comes to leadership, one of the most important things is to be in an organization that actually fosters leadership, especially to young people. Today, we have privilege to have one of the most interesting young person who actually brings out leaders in the youth. My brother,
yes, sir.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Charles Lemein. I'm the National Chairman for KANU Youth Congress. I'm a young person, still below 30, a loyal KANU member. I've been in the party for more than 7 years now. And that is one of the greatest decisions I've ever made, joining KANU.
Now, tell us more about K.Y.C. What's K.Y.C?
K.Y.C is a KANU Youth Congress, which is an integral part of the KANU party. People call it a youth wing of the KANU party. Basically, it's a wing that talk or stand for young people and also represent young people in the decision-making table in the party, and trying to change that narrative that young people belong outside there. They are only needed to carry bags for politicians. So basically what we do as KANU Youth Congress is try to bring and show that leadership aspect of young people in a political party, because what young people don't know is that leadership starts from political parties. You can only be an aspirant if you are in a political party, and also trying to play that role of mentoring young people in that political party and persuading young people to join the political party and play party politics as young people.
Okay, now that I know that K.Y.C is for the young people, do you guys have programs? What it entails? If me as a young person, I've gotten into K.Y.C, so what am I looking at?
K.Y.C has programs which are actually focused on young people, especially, but mostly young people in political parties. What we do, we have programs like Jukua. Jukua is an informal setup conversation whereby we go to counties and engage young people on issues pertaining public participation and also issues that affect young people in those specific counties, and try to connect young people with their county governments. And with that, we scout young people who want to join our party and also be aspirants in our party. We develop their skill, we develop actually their capacity, and we connect them with the party and also give them relevant information that are required if they want to vie with the register of political parties and also with the IEBC. So basically, we have programs that help build capacity for young people and introduce them to the political arena, changing that narrative that politics is for the old people. So we are trying to bring young people not only to the political arena but also to key positions that will help them engage and present their issues in the future government, definitely, which is KANU. So we are trying to bring them and table them to a position whereby they can address their issues without going through other people.
Okay, you talked about building capacity and training. Please take us through, what does that involve? Is it a seminar, is it a day, is it one-on-one? And not forgetting in the COVID era. So how is KANU doing it on this time?
We understand that we are in a COVID era. Before COVID, we actually had long seminars for specific people like academies. We did 2 academies for 17 young people, young aspirants. We are now going on with another one of 11. So initially they will meet, and it's a process whereby it engages young people like every 1 week in every month for 6 months. And we've had the first lot of graduates who graduated late last year. Now we have another group of young aspirants who are undergoing that. Other than that, we have short trainings and mentorship programs for young people, whereby we identify the young people and give them maybe 2 or 3 sessions in a month or so, or also specific programs when it comes to campaign management. We just give them short. We have partners we are working with. So that is how we meet. I know we are in the COVID era, so we can meet a bigger group. We meet a group of 10 young people, and we build their capacity. And also with that, we are doing it online. Most of the programs that are like the academy, mostly the continuing class are doing it online. So it's not only about physical. They are doing it via Zoom, and also they are sharing their materials online, and whatever they are supposed to do is continuing as normal. We are doing it with the new normal.
Now, in your own capacity, I know you travel Kenya wide, and one of the challenges that comes in is that we are told that the youth, they mostly focus on money when it comes to campaign. Like, what can I get from that Mheshimiwa? What can I get from that member of parliament? How is K.Y.C addressing that challenge?
I think the first thing that actually the first objective that I presented and actually tried to send to the team that I work with is that we redefine the role of young people in politics or in political parties. And when you try to look at at my track or how I do my things, it's quite different, because I am trying to shy away from addressing the youth or bringing the youth together as a package whereby you will only be needed during campaigns, you want to feel studier, or you become security for certain politicians. What I'm trying to do as a chair is redefine that and bring dignity to the perception of young people towards their roles in politics. I am bringing that perception whereby when they see young people, they see key decision makers. They see people who should be involved in critical bodies in the political parties, not only in the political parties, but also in government. So what we are redefining, and it's evident from the people that, from the office that we lead, is that young people are critical, and not only see young people as young people in the political party, but see the young people as bona fide members of a party, not a category of members in the party. So when you look at what we are doing now, we are trying we are starting it with our party. Look at our party, 75% of the secretariat is young people. Look at the committees in the party, they are led by young people, the legal committee, from the research committee, the elections board. So what we are trying to do is show the value of young people and change the perception outside there on the roles of young people in political parties. You'll never find us asking for money from politicians. I know it's not popular. It's really hitting us at sometimes, because our young people expect us that when we go out, for example, and meet our party leaders and the party leadership, they will think that we are going to notice that they get something. But to us, we are trying to change that, and so that going on, and the people who will come after us will not get that hardship on sitting on such tables. We'll see young people as serious people and will want to engage in leadership, not be given peanuts or you're part of the menu as people say, but at least you be part of the people in the table.
Now, one of the most challenging things when it comes to any election is the youth violence. Youth are actually involved in a lot of violence. You as K.Y.C, what is your stand on that?
I think it's time young people realize, as I've said, their role when it comes to elections and everything. Because I know young people are not only used when it comes to campaigns and elections. They are actually misused. And I know most of the politicians will not like to hear this, but it's so unfortunate that even when you look, even in the recent past, you see most of the people who die outside there are young people because of violence, and women and children. So why do we have to do that? It is time that we say to the young people, they should know the fact that they are the majority, and they should play the role. They have the final say when it comes to campaigns, because we are actually over 73% of registered voters in the country. So why should the minority why should the minority use us to riot, to fight against each other just so that they can go away with the whole advantage? Why should we come together as young people and elect our fellow young people, or elect leaders who are going to stand with the interest of young people at heart? I don't see some things adding up. We have the positions of women rep now. So you cannot elect a man on a women rep position. You see? So why should we elect a person to represent youth issues, yet we have young people who can go for such position? So when we take it to the young people and show them that it's not only about the 100 shillings, it's not only about the 200 shillings, but you have a $1 billion on your vote, and your vote will determine who will actually be there. If we have if today we sit down and say a young person is going to be governor, a young person is going to be a senator, of which I know many will not like to hear that, it will happen because we are the majority and we are the people who will determine. But when we continue with the same norm, or we allow other people to manipulate us or to use money as an exchange for our vote, then we will continue having that violence. But the most important thing is making young people realize not only their role, but also the role they play when it comes to the voting day. Their vote will determine who is going to be the leader.
Now we have about your organization, what it does. Let's say me as a young person, I want to contact you or contact your office. How do I go about it?
As I said, we are an integral part of the party. Not everyone will be able to reach me as a person from the whole country, but we have our social media handles. We have for the Youth Congress, which is very active, and also we have for the main party. I'm happy that even for the main party is being run by young people. So if you go to our website, that is www.kanuparty.org, or you go to Facebook and Twitter, the KANU Party, or to even on Instagram, we have also KANU Youth Congress on all platforms. Then you will always get a response. You will always get a team that is working behind it.
Yeah, so you heard it. If you want to contact the K.Y.C, their contacts are actually below on this link. Click on the link, follow the link, take the addresses, take the email addresses. You'll be able to be assisted. Okay, Charles, we've heard so much about you on leadership, and now you're actually taking the youth to the next level. Now we have what we call our trivia questions. One question, 1 second to think about it, 10 seconds, 10 questions. Are we ready?
Sure.
Okay, so tea or coffee?
Tea.
Dog or cat? Best author or book?
Think Big.
Robert K.Y.C. Best holiday destination?
Diani.
Okay. Who's your favorite leader?
In Africa, Kenya.
Anywhere?
Gideon Moi.
If you were to be born as a plant, which plant would you take?
Orange.
Why?
I just love orange juice.
Orange juice. Okay, so you heard it from the man himself who loves orange, whose favorite leader is Gideon Moi and actually is passionate about the youth. Don't forget, you are in the channel that actually brings out leaders, show you the people you can go to if you want to be a leader. It's all about leadership, being mentored. K.Y.C is the best platform to be on. If you want to get in touch with them, we have a link below. You'll be able to click on the link. If you want their contacts, we put the details below. Don't forget, always tune in and subscribe for you to get on the next event. My name is Paul Nyamwea, and you are listening to Uongozi Fresh. Be heard, be recognized, be known.